Hey, Pastor Dan here from Dexter Gospel Church. Thanks for watching this Proverbs Practical. Today's verse warns us about the other process of thinking that is calling out to us. We're in Proverbs 9, verse 13. It says, "A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knows nothing." So now that we've gotten a look at the habitation that wisdom is preparing, the feast that she's spreading, the invitation she's giving, and some samples of her thinking, we get the contrast. We've seen the road we're supposed to be on as it's talked about wisdom for the last little while. Now we're going to get some warning signs about the exits from that road or the other paths we could travel. Now when it talks about the foolish woman here, it's not talking about some particular individual woman, but rather seems to be the personification of foolishness. Just like the early part of the chapter is the personification of wisdom, where wisdom works with discretion and often speaks softly or not at all. Foolishness is clamorous. The word speaks of being loud, but it's a loudness born of passion and emotion, not reasoned decision. There can be a time when it is reasonable to raise your voice in order to communicate something at a distance or whatever. But foolishness is loud not because it needs to be or ought to be, but just because. Foolishness lacks emotional self-control, and that results in it being boisterous and loud and clamorous. Foolishness makes a lot of noise, but that noise is without substance. Then we see that folly is simple. That is, she lacks the complexity of restraint. There's no processes to her thinking that might check and balance what she does against what she wants. Therefore, right and wrong don't drive foolishness. Desire and impulse do. Foolishness just pursues what it wants without the depth to think things through and how they might work out, how it's going to affect other people, what the long-term impacts are, and so on. And then we see that there's no meaningful knowledge behind the noise. Wisdom is constantly in pursuit of knowledge, recognizing that only with good intelligence can it make good decisions. Foolishness thinks that good intentions are all that matter, and it's not even going to put in the work to really examine its intentions all that closely. It doesn't know how things are going to go. It doesn't know the context it's working in. It doesn't know what other people want or need. It's not concerned with sorting out right and wrong. It just does what it feels like or what seems right to it in the moment. Foolishness becomes the epitome of more heat than light. To whom does this appeal? Well, the next section talks about who foolishness is calling out to, and we'll see those people in our next video. I hope this video is a help to you. If so, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more comments on the Scriptures. We'd love to see you in the comments of these videos, and we'd love to see you in person here at Dexter Gospel Church. Until next time, I hope you stay well and recognize foolishness to avoid it.